Edwards Air Force Base for the 412th Mission Support Group Change of Command Ceremony. For those of you attending virtually, welcome. I am Senior Airman Alexandra Harrison, and I'm honored to serve as the Master of Ceremony for today's event. Today you will witness Colonel Jeffrey Holman relinquish command and Colonel Jason Harris assume command of the 412th Mission Support Group. The presiding officer for today's ceremony is Brigadier General Matthew Heiger, Commander, 412th Test Wing. For purpose of military protocol, today's ceremony is considered an indoor ceremony. All military personnel will stand at attention during the playing of ruffles and flourishes and our national anthem. We invite our civilian guests to stand and place your right hand over your heart during the appropriate honors. I would like to take the opportunity to welcome our distinguished guests in attendance today. We ask that you please hold your applause until everyone has been introduced. Attending virtually, Brigadier General Heiger's wife, Leslie. Colonel Holman's wife, Logan, and their children, Micah and Lucas, and his father, John. Colonel Harris's wife, Jenny, and their children, Ava and Preston, his father, Joe, his uncle, Al, his children, Kennedy and Austin, and his mother-in-law, Mary. We also recognize and welcome our Edwards Air Force Base senior leadership in attendance. Major General Christopher Azzano, Commander, Air Force Test Wing, and his wife, Jennifer. Colonel Dan Gordon, Vice Commander, 412th Test Wing. Chief Master Sergeant Ian Eishen, Command Chief Master Sergeant, 412th Test Wing. Chief Master Sergeant Dan Thompson, Superintendent, 412th Mission Support Group, and his wife, Jessica. Mr. Bart and Miss Sandra Avery, Honorary Commanders, 412th Mission Support Group. Mr. Kevin Cortez, Superintendent, Muroc Joint Unified School District. We would also like to recognize our distinguished visitors attending virtually. Major General Ricky Rupp, Commander, Air Force District of Washington. Brigadier General Ernest J. Tigert III, Senior Defense Attaché to Iraq. We welcome all colleagues, friends, and coworkers who have come to pay a special tribute to Colonel Holman and Colonel Harris. Thank you for attending. To those of you attending virtually, we thank you as well. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in a round of applause for our distinguished guests. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the arrival of the official party and remain standing for the playing of Ruffles and Flourishes, our national anthem, and the invocation.
Oh, see, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? the land of the free and the home of the brave.
The invocation provided by Chaplain Furman Clark.
Would you all join me in a moment of prayer? God of all power and might, as we gather today to witness the changing of the 412th Mission Support Group Command from Colonel Jeffrey Holman to Colonel Jason Harris, we pause to recognize that all authority comes from you. As a result, we give you thanks for all the faithful leadership of Colonel Holman as he has generously supported not only the mission of this base, but the airmen under his command and care. As he and his wife Logan and their children Micah and Lucas make their way to PACAF, draw them closer to one another on their journey, and please guide their path. May they find joy and fulfillment in their time there. For Colonel Harris, his wife Jenny, and their children Ava and Preston, we thank you for all that has brought them here to Edwards, to Cottatoot, and we look forward to the guidance their leadership offers. May your spirit protect them and guide them in this new endeavor. For the airmen of the Mission Support Group and all families of Edwards who are affected by the labor of the MSG, may we all live into the grace during this transition period that you would have us live into. May we also work with joyful anticipation for all the good you are doing through the MSG, for the warfighter and for the mission here at Cottatoot. These things I pray in your holy name. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain Clark. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Today's change of command ceremony is deeply rooted in military tradition and dates back to the reign of King Frederick of Prussia. During this time, organizational flags were developed with color and arrangements and symbols unique to each unit. When a change of command was to take place, the outgoing commander would pass the flag to the individual assuming command. This gesture was accomplished in front of the unit so all could see and witness the new leader assuming command. This symbolic tradition has served through the military history, and while the flag will not be passed, its presence on stage symbolizes this tradition in our ceremony today. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure to introduce Brigadier General Matthew Heiger, Commander, 412th Test Wing.
All right, good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone, from the center of the aerospace testing universe. And let me pile on my warm welcomes to the members of the Holman family, both here and virtual in attendance, and to the members of the Harris family that are here with us, and also all of you that are joining us virtually. Let me also add a warm welcome to the distinguished guests and visitors that are here with us today. Sir, General Lozano, Jan, welcome. Thanks for making it. I think it was a full hat trick of ceremonies you made this year, and I know the group commanders and I greatly appreciate that. Kirk, welcome back. Glad to see you survived a trek into the unknown, down into the deep south, and a return for us. Glad to see you. Laz, thanks for being here. Chiefs, commanders, directors, first sergeants, leaders, members of this entire community, thanks for joining us here for this ceremony today. This ceremony, we transfer command of the 412th Mission Support Group from Colonel Jeffrey Holman to Colonel Jason Harris. To the entire team, all of you that made this ceremony a reality, thank you. This ceremony and all the others you've enabled this summer, we also label it the change of command season, all the ceremonies, including the one today, are testament to your attention to detail, your innovation, and your tenacity. They're a powerful example of our commitment to fight against an in-garrison enemy by retaining the essence of these vital professional and social events while respecting the realities of the environment within which we find ourselves fighting. To that awesome rendition of the national anthem, thank you if you're in the virtual world, and to Chaplain Clark, Thank you for the called in prayer superiority. Jeff, Logan, Micah, Lucas, and John, sir, great to meet you this morning. It's, you've heard me say it before at a couple of ceremonies, and I know I've said it in person, but it's certainly no less true this morning. My inability to deeply reconnect socially with you and your amazing family is a regrettable COVID casualty. It's a lesser of evils, certainly, but it's still very unfortunate. So please accept my apologies for that. And when this storm has passed, in a few days, hopefully, but more realistically, a few months, I look forward to reconnecting with you as we should have 4 to 6 months ago. Logan, thank you. Thank you personally for your selfless contributions to the entire Takata 2 community and for enabling Jeff to ace yet another command. Congratulations also on your professional success the last 2 years. Jeff is an exceptional Air Force leader in no small part because of you and because of your fantastic kiddos and the family that got him to where he is today. Thank you, 3, and sir, thank you also for your willingness to sacrifice and move to an overseas location, Oahu. Please drop us a few notes and posts and pictures from, the tough duty spots like Waikiki, Hanoma, and the Bellows. All very near and dear to my heart. Congratulations on that assignment, and I'm glad the Air Force gets to have you with him as he continues to serve. Immediately after I finish these remarks on stage today, we'll have the privilege to witness Colonel Holman receive the Legion of Merit. Folks, the facts in the citation that you'll hear read on stage today and the details behind them are inspirational. It's a summary, or in summary, it's basically Jeffrey with one E only, sir, Holman, is an impressive senior leader, and he's as impressive as he is humble. And that's a rare combination, Jeff. Keep it up and keep modeling and mentoring that. Jeff, you've led by an example in the fusion of innovation and continuous process improvement across the entirety of the installation and deep into our Breaking Barriers culture. You've been an anchor on my crisis task force schools, ! As we collectively push in a coordinated, strategic manner to make 93523 the most desired zip code in the Air Force. Under your watchful eye and assistance, the 412th MSG has and continues to move mountains. I am confident your hundreds upon hundreds of active duty, reserve, guard, civilian, and contractor airmen, Big A airmen, supporting thousands upon thousands of coworkers, neighbors, and friends will keep the vector and the momentum you've built as a team. Now let's talk about that team for a little bit that you've had the privilege and honor to lead and direct and command and watch. Force support. Yeah, there she is right there. And Paul Keenan, I know you're watching in the virtual arena. Force support's been the cornerstone of Edwards and Takata 2's essential service workforce during this pandemic. Food service, childcare, recreation, fitness, and so much more. You leave Takata 2 in no small part because of what your force support warriors have done with 40% fewer civilian vacancies now than we had in 2018. 40%. LRS pros, represented by Terry. You have seamlessly deployed and redeployed hundreds of airmen to the fight tonight during your tenure, Jeff. Your supply magicians located and secured robust and reliable sources of vital resources for our operations in this counter-COVID fight, including something we never imagined would be vital: hand sanitizer. Defenders. The Defenders, yeah. The Defenders reconstituted a dormant augmentee program to unprecedented levels and in record time. A benchmark, and I'm not shy about bragging about that. In addition to that, your Defenders ensured continuous base defense and access at all HPCon levels. Your Joe's on-point airmen were able to be the first to return to full capacity as we collectively return to pre-COVID access hours at all of our gates on all parts of our cantonment area, on all of our installations. Our mission has been supercharged by the unbelievable pace of advances by the Cyberhawks in remote IT and access to applications. I mean, think back to where we were when I said go home and telework, and then where you were today. And in no small feat, finally, everybody, and I'm serious, everybody open up your cell phone and look at it. Come on, open up your cell phone and look at it. I'm not asking you to check to make sure it's on mute. And while you're looking at it, look at the signal strength and thank the installation warriors that added more service and more coverage on Edwards Air Force Base that allow you to have that you don't even think about. Jeff, this all happened under your leadership and because of your leadership. It's been nothing shy of fantastic to work with and for you again. I'm personally and professionally going to miss you. I'm going to miss you, Jeff. The United States Air Force and the United States Space Force are fortunate indeed that you've selflessly agreed to serve as the next top cop in PACAF. All right, but all is not lost. Behind every great leader comes another great leader. Jason, welcome. Welcome to Team Edwards and the center of the aerospace testing universe, where we compete in 4 combat domains, 24/7, 365. Jenny, thanks for being Jason's best wingwoman. Whatever you elect to do here during the next 2 or 3 years, over and above what your own professional contributions are going to be to our mission, will be a huge bonus for the entire Edwards community. You're going to observe from close aboard an adaptation in Jason as he settles into the unique challenges and opportunities of commanding in Air Force Materiel Command and here at Takata 2. Leslie and I look forward to getting to know you and Ava and Preston in a robust, socially connected, but physically separated in COVID-respectful way the next couple years. We also look forward to meeting your adults, because I can't call them kids anymore, right? Reed, Kennedy, and Austin when COVID conditions permit. All right, Jason. Command philosophy here. You ready? I view command as a pinnacle of servant leadership with an emphasis on that servant word. I don't see us at the top of our organizational pyramid or pyramids. I see us, all of us, that have the privilege of serving as commanders and directors as the cornerstone of support, not at the top, but at the very base of our organizational pyramids, supporting the wonderful Big A airmen that we have the privilege to work with and for each and every day. Jason, I look forward to sharing hua stories with you about your time at Carlisle. And if you would like to know how hua is used as a verb, a noun, an adjective, and all that other stuff, he just got a year's worth of training. We'll slowly get you back into the Air Force, brother, I promise. All right. But I'm also extremely fired up to work for you as you leverage your passion and your expertise that you bring to this command and to the larger Takata 2 universe. Folks, you have it with you. Read his bio. He's a defender. He's done the nuke mission at Minot. Big respect. He's protected the tip of the spear assets abroad and in garrison, in CONUS, at a place like Seymour Johnson, where these stereotypical aircrew have egos as large as their aircraft. He's also ensured nuclear security in EUCOM, commanded the United States Air Force Honor Guard. And I'm sure he's already found 4 or 5 gigs that were wrong with my service dress this morning. I look forward to that feedback privately later. And here in just a few minutes, Jason, you will support Takata 2 and the Takata 2 mission as we deliver readiness today and simultaneously deliver readiness and lethality to the entire joint force for decades into the future. Folks, it's impressive, isn't it? I could not write a more diverse career than that man on the far left side of this stage has with us today. Jason, we need your infusion. We need your infusion of fresh eyes. We need your infusion of never before AFMC biased opinions and ideas. We need them here at Takata 2. And we need all the opinions and input we get here. I look forward to your contributions to today's complex and multi-domain challenges as we simultaneously compete with our adversaries in the readiness fight today, tonight, and tomorrow, in the 24/7, 365 fight we have in cyber, in the counter-COVID race, and in our fight to field capability for the future joint force. Finally, and you know it's all coming, to everyone listening to my words, you know I'm passionate about finding areas where our skills and interests align to our national need to compete for America and her allies. Our generations, yes, plural, must continue to compete in all the warfighting domains and across all the other instruments of national power, including our counter-COVID competition versus all of our adversaries. Our daily, hourly counter-COVID fight is the latest arena of great power competition between peer competitors and America. And the counter-COVID fight with our peer adversaries, like the fights we have in other arenas, such as cyber and future force modernization, this counter-COVID fight will rage on for years, hopefully not, but maybe decades. I consider our mission to fight that fight and indications of our fighting that fight like our masks. I consider our masks to be the victory gardens of our generation, the victory gardens of this moment in history. A visible, tangible, repeatable, reliable, nurturing way that we can demonstrate how committed we are to our nation, to our neighbors, to our friends, and to our community. I also consider our personal sacrifices today in COVID as the buy bonds equivalent acts of selfless sacrifice and things you'd rather do with your money, but you know you need to do this, just like we're doing with our time and our lack of travel in this environment. Those enabled and will continue to enable our nation and our partners to emerge on the other side of this pandemic in the best possible condition medically, militarily, culturally, economically, and geopolitically. We must win this counter-COVID competition, for the outcome of counter-COVID combat has significant implications on the other ways we compete as a nation with all of our competitors, but especially our peer competitors. So, continue to use the inherent competitive advantages founded in our Constitution and follow the example of the warriors of the 412th Mission Support Group in everything they do to generate and support mission, and grow toward the lofty but attainable assertion in our Declaration of Independence. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all are created equal, endowed with unalienable rights. Among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We have made such great progress as a nation, as a service, as a community. But the long march to achieve this founding vision from our nation's founding document is far, far from complete. I know, you know, we know that everyone is worthy of respect and deserves to be treated that way. At home, at work, in the community, everywhere, and all of the time. And this ultimate respect for humanity might just be our ultimate American competitive advantage. So compete, ladies and gentlemen, Americans all, compete.
Thank you, Brigadier General Heiger. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. Brigadier General Heiger will now present the Legions of Merit Medal to Colonel Holman.
Publish the order.
Attention to orders. Citation to accompany the award of Legion Medal of Merit Medal. Colonel Jeffrey A. Holman distinguished himself by exceptionally meritorious conduct in the performance of outstanding service to the United States as a commander, 412th Mission Support Group, 412th Test Wing, Air Force Test Center, Air Force Material Command, Edwards Air Force Base, California, from 29 May 2018 to 24 July 2020. During this period, Colonel Holman ignited test wing innovation by leading his group's vigorous participation in a base-wide idea scale campaign, generating 36 unique submission and 5 showcase finalists. His commitment to process improvement accelerated a culture of change across the installation and delivered an innovative solution to complex problems. One such problem involved a disjointed and inefficient test wing civilian hiring process, which led to a significant backlog in personnel actions at the Air Force Personnel Center and threatened to negatively impact vital recruiting and retention efforts. Colonel Holman recognized the problem and assembled a team to address the issue, resulting in a 27% reduction in requests for personnel action errors and a 43% reduction in vacancies across the wing. Additionally, his passion for innovation drove positive change for on-base schools through the creation of a star-based science, technology, engineering, and mathematics academy, which expanded learning opportunities for 13 schools, 49 fifth-grade classes, and 1,108 students. Furthermore, Colonel Holman worked to support the base populace and improve quality of life by delivering the first Wingstop restaurant on a Department of Defense installation, 2 cellular towers serviced by AT&T and Verizon, a $1 million bowling center renovation, and a $750,000 golf course refurnish. Finally, Colonel Holman's exceptional leadership and foresight were evident during the installation's response to the novel coronavirus disease 2019 pandemic, which he quickly catapulted the base into health protection condition Charlie. He provided critical direction to the wing's crisis action team, emergency operations center, and logistics operations, identifying the innovative solution to acquire 1,000 gallons of hand sanitizer and 41,000 face coverings. The singularly distinctive accomplishments of Colonel Holman reflect a great credit upon himself and the United States Air Force. Thank you, Brigadier General Heiger. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. It is my pleasure to introduce Colonel Jeffrey Holman, Commander, 412th Mission Support Group.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. There we go. All right, the glare up here is terrible. Let me get my glasses. I'm getting old. Okay. So again, good morning to all in attendance and to all who are joining us virtually. This is a very special day for many people. It's a special day for me and my family, for Jason and his family, for the 412th Test Wing, and most importantly, for the men and women of the 412th Mission Support Group. Today, they welcome a new leader, a leader who will empower them to execute an incredibly important mission in support of our nation's warfighters. A leader who will bring out the best in them, who will care for them and their families, and who will fight for the resources they need to be successful. That leader is Colonel Jason Harris. During last year's group command selection process, Brigadier General Teichert asked me to review the candidate list. He asked for my recommendations and then said, put this guy's name on the top of the list. I could tell right away he knew who he wanted, and he wouldn't take no for an answer. Jason, General Teichert's faith and confidence in your leadership ability is a testament to your command potential. You've proven yourself in numerous squadron command and staff assignments, and I know you'll crush it here at the center of the aerospace testing universe aka Takatatu. Fortunate for you, you have a stellar support team of support professionals who are absolute experts in their craft. They are focused, they are passionate, and they are innovative. Just give them your commander's intent and be amazed. You also have incredible teammates in your fellow group commanders and directors, wing staff agencies, test wing and test center senior leadership, and mission partners. Before I get off the stage, I definitely want to thank a few people, so please bear with me. To Brigadier General Higer, sir, thank you for your leadership, trust, and guidance. It's been a pleasure to serve with you once again in AFMC. Thanks also to General Teichert, General Schaefer, General Lozano, and General Harris. Thanks for hiring an above-the-zone colonel and giving me the best assignment of my 25-year Air Force career. There was a time when this was not going to happen. General Lozano, General Higer, thank you for being the ones to break the news to me and talk me through those trying times. Colonel Fredrickson, if you're watching live, thank you for being the one to deliver the good news a year later. That's a day I'll never forget. And then to get this opportunity to be a group commander, I still can't believe it. And finally, to be handpicked by my career field to be one of its 11 top cops, in PACAF no less. Responsible for over 2,500 defenders worldwide, protecting 45,000 airmen, Big A airmen, in one of the most contested AORs on the planet. I'm humbled beyond words and so grateful for the opportunity. Thanks to everyone who had a hand in selecting me for my next job at PACAF. General King, General Collins, Colonel Fredrickson, Colonel Barthel, and others. Thanks to Chief Thompson. We made the best team, and I know that Jason is in good hands. Our sincere thanks to you and Jessica for helping us through this extended PCS transition. You are true friends, and we deeply appreciate it. Thanks to my deputies, Angela Herron, where are you at? There she is. And Grant Vineyard before her. I don't know if Grant's watching this online. A commander is absolutely nothing without a good deputy. Thank you. Thanks to my all-star front office staff. Wake up, Wanda. To Wanda and Jackie. To Ferdy and Mike. And before them, Marcy, Christina, Malay, and Carolina. Thank you all for keeping the MSG running strong. Thanks also to my honorary commanders, Bart and Sandra Avery. I couldn't ask for better co-commanders, and we look forward to visiting you in Hawaii. To my subordinate commanders and directors, Joe, Scott, Terry, Paul, and before them, Gil and Janice. Thank you for your leadership and your loyalty. You made my job easy, and I deeply appreciate it. To the team that put this all together, Captain DeLita, Lieutenant Bronkar, Mess Sergeant Kreis, to the AFRC for hosting us, to the pros and protocol and public affairs, to the chaplain, our master of ceremonies, singer of our national anthem. Thank you so much for making this ceremony special. All right. My wife doesn't like it when I refer to her as beautiful or sexy. So I struck those comments out of the script. I thought I did anyway. Thank you to my wife, Logan, and our children, Micah and Lucas. Hi, Lucas. Logan is just a few weeks away from graduating from Charter College as a certified dental assistant. In addition to her many contributions here at Edwards, she's been working very hard in school and also to keep the home fires burning. She's graduating at the absolute top of her class, and she's going to do great things in the dental profession. I'm proud of you, baby. Thanks for always having my back, for being my rock and my respite, and for loving me in good times and bad. I love you and the kids more than anything in the world, and I can't wait for our next adventure. All right, I'm almost done. To my parents and siblings, thank you for raising me right and giving me the tools to succeed. Thanks, Dad, for being here today. It's great to see you and have the opportunity to spend some time with you before we leave. And to all the wonderful friends that we made here at Edwards Air Force Base. You know who you are. Some of you have already departed. You made this assignment fun. You gave us memories and friendships that we will cherish for the rest of our lives. We will and already do miss you dearly. And finally, to the men and women of the Mission Support Group, you are an amazing team and an amazing family. Nothing happens in this Air Force without mission support. Your dedication to the mission and to each other is incredible. I hope you had as much fun as I did, and I want to say that I am proud of each and every one of you. I wish you the best in the years ahead, and you'll always have a special place in my heart. Thank you all for coming, and for those that tuned in virtually. And let's get this virtual guide on into the hands of its new commander.
Thank you, Colonel Holman. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now proceed with the change of command ceremony. Please stand.
Publish the order.
The passing of the colors symbolizes the passing of command and is done in a ceremony so all may witness the changing of leadership responsibilities. Colonel Holman will relinquish the command of the 412th Mission Support Group. Then Colonel Harris will assume command of the 412th Mission Support Group from Brigadier General Higer. Attention to orders. Department of the Air Force, Headquarters, United States Air Force, Washington, D.C. Special Order Number GO 20-19, dated 1 June 2020, under the provisions of the Air Force Instruction 51-604, by order of Brigadier General Higer, Commander, 412th Test Wing. Colonel Harris is hereby appointed as Commander of the 412th Mission Support Group, effective 24 July 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, the commander of the 412th Mission Support Group, Colonel Jason Harris.
Whew. All right. Well, that's done. Jeff, I didn't bring my glasses. I just printed in bold. No, I'm good. Good morning, General and Mrs. Azano, Colonel Gordon, Colonel Reagan, Colonel Herron, Chief Eichen, Chief and Mrs. Thompson, Mr. and Mrs. Avery, Mr. Cortez, I don't see in the audience, and MSG squadron commanders, directors, and front office. Thank you all for attending today. As is customary and necessary, my remarks today are mostly a bunch of thank yous, so let me start by thanking my family. Jen, Ava, Preston, thank you for bearing with me once more and having great attitudes about moving to the other side of the U.S. I know I wouldn't be here today without your love and support. I love you. I also need to say thank you to my family watching virtually, my oldest daughter, Kennedy, my son, Austin, my dad, my uncle, and my mother-in-law, Mary. And I know I have some other friends and stuff watching. Thank you for all your love and encouragement. Next, I need to say thank you to General Rupp and General Teichert attending virtually, both of whom played a major role in me being here today. General Rupp was my wing commander at McConnell at my first squadron command at the 22nd Security Forces Squadron. General Teichert was my wing commander at my last squadron command at the Air Force Honor Guard. Thank you, gentlemen, for all that you have done for me and my family. Of course, General Teichert, sir, thank you for giving me this opportunity here at Edwards. You were right about the awesome mission here at the center of the aerospace testing universe, although the jury is still out on this remote location. But I'm told it grows on you. General Heiger, sir, thank you as well for this opportunity. I look forward to serving under your command. Now, I also promised to give a shout out to two gentlemen in my remarks, so they better be watching. And I definitely owe them this for the early warning this morning on the program. But Chief Retired Thomas Lenig and Colonel Brandon McDonald, thank you both for being great friends and great sounding boards when I needed advice or just a laugh or both. Sorry I couldn't get your picture on the wall behind me. I missed that opportunity. I'll do better in the future, I promise. Thank you to General and Mrs. Azano, General and Mrs. Heiger, and the MSG front office for the wonderful welcome to Team Edwards from our arrival at the TLF to Palo Verde. You all made us feel like we were part of the family. So the Harris team has been here for about a month now, actually right at a month. Thanks to COVID for canceling our vacation plans. But what that has allowed me to do was two things. One, get settled into my house. Two, get out and see some of the people in the mission support group and begin to understand the scope and impact the group has on the test mission here at Edwards. Up to this point, I've concluded two things. One, the name mission support really doesn't do it justice. It doesn't quite capture what the group provides because it implies that the mission could happen without what the MSG brings to the fight. And I'm sorry, and I think everyone knows that that's just not possible. Maintenance wouldn't get their parts. Jets wouldn't get fuel. You couldn't even keep jets here without security. Personnel wouldn't have programs to take care of their careers and their families. Heck, civilians wouldn't even get hired. And hand and arm signals can only go so far. And that's just the basic stuff. There's much more that this group provides that enables the mission here at Edwards. So I think it should be called Mission Enabling Group. I'm kidding, of course, but if that happens, you heard it here first. The second thing I concluded is that the MSG has had a phenomenal leader at its helm for the past 2 years, especially during the last few months, having to figure out a new way to lead in this current COVID environment. I know I have big shoes to fill. Jeff, I like what you've done with the place. I'll pick up where you left off and continue moving the ball down the field. Good luck to you, Logan, and the kids in Hawaii as you take care of our defenders in the PACAF theater. Finally, thank you to the team led by Captain DeLita and Master Sergeant Christ for putting together this wonderful ceremony and for being very responsive, especially this morning, in getting things fixed. And to the men and women of the 412th Mission Support Group, I look forward to working for you and with you as we continue to enable the mission here at Takatatu. Thank you.
Colonel Harris and your family, Jenny, Ava, Preston, on behalf of the men and women of the 412th Mission Support Group, we welcome you with a token of our appreciation. In keeping with the Air Force tradition, we conclude today's ceremony with the playing of the Air Force song. While it is customary for the Air Force members to stand, we invite all of our guests to join us in standing for the Air Force song and the departure of the official party. As a friendly reminder, the Air Force song has recently been updated, and the lyrics can be found on the backside of your program.